Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mark. I wanted to do a quick tutorial for one of my friends who asked me about how to make a sawtooth hanger like this you see pictured. And I figured, why don't I just make that for everybody? So I'll show you how to do this real quick. So the first thing you want to do is start with a square, which is the rectangle tool over here. We'll do a rectangle, actually not a square. And you'll drag it out like this after you've selected it. And make it whatever size you want. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger just so we can see it, but you can decide whatever size you want to make this. So let's make it about like that, okay? And I'm going to make sure it has a stroke on it so I can see it. I usually do a 1-point stroke. That technically doesn't matter how thick you make it, but as my eyes get older, I need to see a little bit of a thicker line for my eyes, but we'll make it about like that. And then we'll make this inside this rounded rectangle that's right inside here. We'll make that one next. Let's go ahead and just use the rectangle tool, and we'll do this again, something like that maybe. And I want to do two things. We're going to center it, and then we're going to round the corners, because you see the corners are rounded up there on the top. So what you can do is you can drag over both of these, select them both, and you can go to your align tool, which for me is right here. And then we can center it like this by clicking this icon here. Now it didn't really move much because I had it in the right place already, but now we have it centered. And then when you select this rectangle, you see these, zoom in a little further, you see these four circles in the corners. If you select this one by clicking on it and then shift select this one, you can round just those two corners. And I'll show you how to do all four of them in just a moment too. So click on one of them, shift select the other one, and then you can click and drag and you can make it however round you want, like that. Let me undo for a minute. If you just clicked on it and didn't select any of them specifically and just started dragging one of the corners, it would round all of them. So you can do either one you want. I'll go ahead and do these again by clicking and then shift clicking, and we'll do something like that, okay? Now all we have left to do is the little triangles that you'll hang those on. So you can go up here again to the rectangle tool and click and hold it, and you'll see that you have these other options as well. I'm going to go to the polygon tool right here, and I'm going to click anywhere on the workspace. It's going to bring up this little polygon dialog box here, and I see that mine already defaults to 3-sided, but if yours doesn't say 3, go ahead and choose 3, and it will make a triangle for you like that. And I'm going to drag it down here, and I'm going to resize it by hovering over one of the top corners, and I'll hold shift down so that when I drag this, it stays in the proper ratio there so it doesn't distort it. And then we'll just decide where we want to put these. I'll put it, I'm going to zoom in a little farther. I'll put it about right there. And then now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over it like this. And if I hold down Option on my keyboard on a Mac, and I think it's, I'm not sure what it is on a PC. It might be Control. I'm not real sure on the PC side. But hold down Option and drag as I'm holding down Option. You see that I end up getting another one of those shapes. Option, drag again, like this. Option, drag again. Now there's a couple different ways to do this. You could also copy and paste these to get a bunch of them. But you can just Option and drag about like that. One more. And then if you want to make them all even, you could select them all. You can select one and then hold down Shift and click on the rest of them. You could do them like that. So I got all of them. And then I'll use the align that I used earlier, align right here. And then I'm going to align, it kind of doesn't matter. You can do the center of them like that, or you can do the top or the bottom. It would have the same effect. And now I've got them even. And so there's only two more things I need to do. I'm going to first select this inside shape and then shift select the outside shape. And when I go to Pathfinder, which I have docked right over here, go to Pathfinder. I'm going to go Pathfinder minus front, which is the second one right here. And what that's going to do is it's going to subtract this, I'll unselect it for a minute. It's going to subtract this inside shape from the outside shape, okay? And it won't look like anything happened, but I'll do that. And now this has become a compound shape that's all one shape rather than just one inside the other. And now I can select all of it just by dragging it over like that. And now I'm going to click Unite, which is this one right here. And you see now that it united it all together and it made it the sawtooth shape that we need. Now there's one last thing that we were going to do here. You see this rectangle that's right here. There's a couple ways I could do that. It would have been easier if I had done it at the beginning, But what we can do is we can take a rectangle that's this same width and just make it a little shorter. So what we'll do is I clicked on that so I could select this one. And if I go to transform, it shows me right here that this is 3.6308 wide, and then it shows me the height. I don't really care about the height, but I'm going to copy that text right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a another rectangle just by clicking out here, and I'll paste in my my width there, and I don't really care about the height right now. And now I've got a rectangle that's the same width. If I had thought about this earlier, I would have just copied and pasted this original one and then just shrunk it down. That would have been much easier. So when you guys are doing this, before you make this into a compound shape, just copy the first one and adjust it. But you see now that I've got one that's the same width. And now I can drag this up to whatever height I want, maybe like that. And now I've got the two pieces. So hopefully that helped. And even though I took the awkward way around that second one, you get to see how this is done. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to help you.